to our sponsors, Betway, for the love of the game. So if you're not 18 years and above, you can't bet on Betway. And if you're 18 and above, I have some good news for you. You can bet on soccer games, you can bet on basketball, but one of the most interesting ones is the Betway Aviator. With just 10 Ghana cedis, you can play Betway Aviator and you can win shopping vouchers, you can win mobile phones, and also, of course, cash prizes on Betway. Log on to betway.com.gh. Betway, for the love of the game. Now, Top Herbal Clinic. And yesterday I go past there. And I'm Kofaro, yes. And I'm Top Herbal Clinic. Yeah, they do more things for them. They are doing wonders. And then I'm here to introduce them to you if this is your first time hearing us talk about Top Herbal Clinic. Now, they care for people with typhoid, malaria fever, heartburns, sexually transmitted infections, headaches,
ODP,
headaches.
Is it for slang? I'm small.
Yeah, ODP.
Yeah,
ODP. So yeah, that's what Top Herbal Clinic does. We call them on 0244 373895 or 0244 827759. Locate them on the Hacho Agbogba Road, just close to Wisconsin University. That's where you can find them. You can get any of their medicines in shops, so commercial drug and all pharmacy, chemical or herbal shops. Top Herbal Clinic.
Makama.
Oh, that and we call hospital side. And I'm far Wisconsin. Mamma mia. Oh wow. Anyway.
Okay.
Yes. Top Herbal Clinic. Kind.
Tier 4. They say the commentators, if they can't talk about the players, they mention my name like 3 times. I brand here for turn to me and Yankwe. Papa said the Ahmad Ibrahim Salisu the Ahmad in here. No obey to me a day. What the Ahmad Mubarak Castle. Mubarak Castle. Abrantia Nanusu yepa. What has that got to do with the commentary?
So, what would he say about Jordan?
How do you mean him?
Okay, I can say. Abrantia Jordan, are you?
Oh yeah, Bema pa.
Oh yeah, TB papa. I'm facing my son.
Media pass. I found what the ama be the pele na angasa. Have you been on the motorway lately, Accra Tema motorway?
Couple of weeks back. Somewhere in December.
My God.
Charlie.
I just remembered. Today. One of our own had an accident yesterday on that road. This is the second in 2. I think he had another accident in December.
Hey.
Yes, and hurt his ankle. He hurt his ankle, and yesterday was his birthday, and he had the accident a day before.
Okay, I'm sorry you can't say
yeah. But
I'm interested.
I mean, it's the same route. That's what I'm saying. It's very unfortunate how a road, such a busy road, but keeps deteriorating.
There's no maintenance. And
look,
serious.
I had a show in Tema, and so I decided to spend the night there. So I left Accra in the night, going to sleep in Tema because the show was in the next day's morning. And late in the night, no street lights, and how uneven the road has become. Sad.
Uneven.
Sorry?
That's the word, uneven.
Uneven, yes. Bro, for the kakrao. Bofuka crowd. Fia, and because it's snow, So, but as you ply that road, right? Almost every weekend. The Accra Tema motorway, the National Road Safety Commission says it is no longer the true definition of a motorway. Senior Manager of Planning and Program Directorate of the authority, Henry Asmani, said this in an interview with Bless Soga on Joy News on the Pulse on Monday. He says the motorway has been declared that it is no longer the motorway that we knew. I mean, it must be a controlled access highway designed for high-speed traffic and without access, for pedestrians, bicycles, or other non-motorized forms of transportation. Let me ask you, do you use the motorway, or what do you think is preventing government from fixing it? This is the question I've been asking myself. So, we used to pay toll, yet it wasn't repaired. So what did they do with all that monies? That's number one. Number two, they decided to scrap the tolls. So how were they expecting the roads to be fixed if the tolls were not or no longer collected? Those were part of the reasons they took, or the main reasons they took the tolls, right? Mm-hmm. So how do they fix it? And back in the day, what were they doing with all those monies? Again, there is a transport ministry, right?
Yes.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
Yes, there's a ministry for roads and highways as well.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Yes. But it's mainly for transport.
Transport, yeah.
Yes. Now, there's a poll on our Twitter page concerning this big story. Please check it out on Twitter at Hitz1039 FM, at Andy Dosty, on Facebook at Andy Dosty JH. Please share your thoughts on this. And let's talk, Nana, please. First story.
Let's do our first story, Andy Dosty. It can be found on myjoyonline.com. 40 students or 40 Ejuraman students injured in dining structure collapse. Now, 40 students of Ejuraman Anglican Senior High School in the Ashanti region have sustained injuries after a makeshift dining structure collapsed on them. Now, 5 students have suffered multiple fractures and are under intensive care, and the injuries of the remaining students are being managed by medics on campus. The incident had occurred Monday evening after a rainfall. Now, let's go to our second story, which is a trending story. President Akufo-Addo is saying that we pray for Christian Achu to be found safe. Well, I think the latest update on that is that he's been found. Yes, and so I'm sure the prayers of the president and so many concerned Ghanaians, has been answered. Now, Ankafo Psychiatric Hospital offers free treatment for former NSMQ shark. Full details on myjoyonline.com. Accra motorway no longer fits this definition of motorway. This is from the National Road Safety Authority. Details on myjoyonline.com. Stone Boy and Adam spotted at Grammys. Details on adomonline.com. Now,
yes, you have Kobe. Yeah, baby.
Viola Davis becomes an EGOT. Let me explain that. So, Viola Davis has become the 18th person to achieve the EGOT, that's EGOT, winning an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscars, and the Tony Awards.
Wow.
So, as the Grammy Awards kicks off in Los Angeles, Davis completed her collection by winning Best Audio Book for her autobiography, Finding Me. So, the full details of that can also be found on myjoyonline.com. All set for Qwame's Vitamilk Love Night show on February 11. Details on myjoyonline. Legendary Ejako Nimo celebrated by Judah Land Empire. myjoyonline.com has a story as well. Now, 321 Live Season 2 premieres this February. So stay glued to your screens. Joy Prime TV. It will be live on Joy Prime, so you don't want to go nowhere. Just make sure that when it's launched, when it's premiered, you can follow up and get to know whatever happens behind the scenes of some of these productions we see on TV. Now, GhanaWeb.com, honeymoon is over. Let's get back to work. George Britton tells Camido. Details on GhanaWeb.com. The rumors that George Britton was no longer managing Rafael Camido Kofi Atache, known as Camido, and it has been debunked, I beg your pardon. In a Twitter post shared on February 6, 2023, the artist manager who recently got married noted that the honeymoon phase of his new marriage was over, and so were speculations that he was no longer working with Camido. Say a prayer, make a move, honeymoon or speculations over, let's get back to work. Shout out to my superstar Camido, aka Top Boy, he said. Now, more stories on GhanaWeb.com. Nane Kwiado, sets the bar high as Cardi B replicates a dress she wore in 2021. GhanaWeb.com has a story. Well, Bisakeda's next chapter video exposes some Ghanaian industry players. Full details on GhanaWeb.com. Now, Ghanaian High Life superstar Bisakede has shared a series of ordeals he went through during the early stages of his career, especially with award organizers Charterhouse. According to Bisakede, in his newly released next chapter, the public relations officer for Charterhouse, George Qwame, personally disclosed to him that he wasn't going to be crowned Artist of the Year.
Hey.
Bisakede recently disclosed in an interview on Angel FM that fans were expecting him to win about 5 awards at 2015 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, but things turned out differently. I remember that year. That was the brother year, right? Brother year, and was it? No. Wasn't that 2015 brother and that hit song that he had? Mansa. I think that was it. It was that year, 2015.
Was it not the year he?
Was that year one Artist of the Year?
Was it not the year he took the best songwriter away from OJ?
I don't recall. I don't recall that.
I think it was.
Okay. But I mean, personally, I felt he deserved to be Artist of the Year. But the question will come: did you vote? Oh, Artist of the Year.
Artist of the Year is not voted.
No, okay, that's academic, right? Okay, so these are some speculations. Anyway, let's move on to other stories on adomonline.com. Christina Chu found alive in rubble from Turkey earthquake, says Portuguese news outlets. Okay, so full details on adomonline.com. Denta Amwatin rocks Kente gown for 65th Grammy Award ceremony. Details on GhanaWeb.com. Bosheba breaks silence on altercation with Sammy K. Bemoans disrespect from the blogger. Details on GhanaWeb.com. MyNigeria.com. I am so frustrated. Toto DK cries out. Details on MyNigeria.com. Don't see networking as Aon Shishe. Stoneboy advises. Details on GhanaWeb.com. I gave Stoneboy his first hit song, Kwakesi, on claims of not helping musicians. Details on ZionFelix.net. And my final story here from MyNigeria. Nigerians crowned terms Queen of Afrobeats after Grammy Award win. Details can be found on mynigeria.com. And that's what we have for our headlines this morning. Let's hear what people have to say about our big story.
Alrighty. All right, listeners. Excuse me. So, Gideon Gini Mago said we should change the name to Death Trap. It's full of manholes, not potholes. I wish all drivers who drive there at night luck. I fell into one of those manholes last December, and only God can tell me how I'm still alive. No street lights, nothing. It's sad. Kelly Julius 4 says, the more you think about Ghana, the more you become sad. God help Mother Ghana. Good morning. Kelly Polipo said, Nana Qwame, if they worry you, tell your pastor to pay you. Yeah. I need to thank you. Sorry.
I need to reply to him. K, I don't know how you listen to the radio, but really, you need to check your ears. I said that I don't take salary from my church. It is something personal. So please, listen, clean your ears before you come in and spew nonsense here. Thank you.
Igbeni Dogbeda says, thank you to Andy for always making it a point to wake up early in the morning to come make our mornings a beautiful one. God bless you, sir. Shout out to Nana Qwame, Mr. Hagler. Okay. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Continue.
I don't have messages here yet, so you can continue. Yeah.
And your Minko Facebook. Let me go to the face of the book. Solomon Akonoba Qwame says, good morning, Mr. Dosty. The motorway is very dangerous when driving late night. In fact, the stretches is very dangerous. I drove yesterday, and in fact, if you are not too used to that road, don't drive at night. As I mostly drive daytime. It's dangerous. No street lights too. Ghana the main. Multiple ladies says, Andy, well, it's been a while I used that stretch. Of late, I used the La Paz Ushimalam stretch more, and I agree with the NRSA if the Tema stretch is no longer fit because the above roads I mentioned is now high and wider enough than that of the motorway. Even Kaneshi or Doko is now better than Tema and is very bad. Qwame Abed said, Ghana, the day the youth of this country will rise again. Oh, Masa. I'm sorry, I can't continue. Are you Qwame Abed, pa?
So, Andy, let me say this. In case you haven't seen the state of the motorway, there's a video on our Facebook Live. It's rolling right now as we speak, so you can go there and check it out. Check out the state, the current state of the motorway. You go see and feel for yourself. Andy, let me read a few messages here. Good morning, Andy and Qwame. I use the motorway every day and tell you nothing has been done. Worse things will be happening. Thank God, Brad Jerry survived. Okay, I'm now Kwesi Darlington inside Tessie. Greetings to my beautiful queen, Lily Pia Bernice. I love her so much. Good morning, Adi Dosty and Anaki. This is Agbeni Dogbeda from Nungwa. I apply that road every day in and out of Accra. It's true. These days, cars will be forced to stop on the motorway for cattle and people to cross at various points, and this has defeated the essence of the motorway. Meanwhile, the tunnel meant for cattle is being used by cars now to get into Committee 18. As for the potholes, dear Asem Arakwa. Okay, Bernard Kumson says actually none of the features of a motorway can be found on the Accra motorway or highway, aside being a dual carriage road. Good morning, Andy and Qwame and Michael Boche from Dodowa, AK Chemical. I wish Christian a true speedy recovery. Bless up to you guys, or bless up to you too. We have joy in throwing money at the churches, but when tariffs and fuel prices that help our existence are increased for better services, then you frown our faces and start cursing leaders. If you read the Bible well, you have known that God's work is voluntary and it should not stop you from getting a job to do. Everybody is faking prayers in tongues, gets actors to come fake healing or breaking through, and then quote Bible verses.
Who is
with
speaking
some funny
here?
explanations.
Is he speaking on behalf of the national imam or national pastor?
Let me finish it.
You've not finished.
He says, Masa, as the minister blessings on you, your money becomes their blessing. They declare healing on you, whilst Lister Hospital is their family health care firm. Jokers. Kofi from Nungwa. So I didn't figure out who was trying to talk about or defend here. I think you read a message from Butu ladies, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that's why I have for the messages here and Dosty. Do I go ahead to say a big thank you to our sponsors?
Go ahead.
Thank you so much to our sponsors. Sorry?
I have a lot more, but go ahead.
Okay. Betway for the love of the game. Thank you so much for holding us down. And of course, Top Herbal Clinic, ABB Joe Kind. Call them on 0244 373895 or 0244 827759. Oh, brah. Also, you can locate them on the Hatcho Bogba Road around Wisconsin University and get any of their medicines in shops at Okanshi Drug Lane and all pharmacy, chemical, or herbal shops. Top Herbal Clinic, ABB Joe Kind. Thank you so much, Andy, for having me.
My friend, go.
They should clean their eyes and listen to us.
My friend, you are not my friend, my friend.
My friend, don't call me my friend.
Ghana, pa. My friend, you are not my friend, my friend.
My friend, why you shout to my friend?
Have a nice day.
You too, bro.
All right, dear friends. The question of the day is coming right up.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees. Mommy chop money. Cratchet. Mommy rent. Emergency.